Hello everyone, Randy here, and we're about to start putting the truck back together here. We're going to start with the intake manifold. Off screen here, I've been busy just cleaning up everything, got it as clean as I can reasonably get it. Engine degreaser and brake cleaner. So it seems like it's pretty good. Now I don't think the manifolds, the gaskets between the manifolds anyway, were the issue for idling on this truck. The main reason I took these off, folks, was because they were extremely dirty, and it just seemed like a good idea, seeing as how far we were already into it, to take them out and give them a good clean up. So I got them fairly good. Like I said, just brake cleaner and engine cleaner really tacked them good. Did my best to get all the mating surfaces, where the gaskets are going to be nice and clean. A little concerned about the distributor yet and the timing. Hopefully that's going to go back in right. Before I start recording here, I did go ahead and stick it in there, and it looks like it's where it needs to be, based on where I took it out from. Based on where I took it out from, folks, it looks like it's where it needs to be, but I do want to check that once we get it back together here, see if I can find the top dead center here on piston 1. That's going to be top dead center. I believe that's on the compression cycle. They figured that, so hopefully we can find that. There is a mark on the pulley down here. I'm assuming that's the timing mark, but I'm not 100% sure, folks. I got the book here for doing this. The picture it shows in the book and what I have down here is different. It shows I got just regular belts on here, so it doesn't show that in the book. So, but hopefully that's right. So, all right, folks, I think we're gonna get started here. I'm thinking that, folks, I might just do a high-speed video. I don't know if I'm gonna do much else with that. So, enjoy the reassembly here, folks. Okay, and we're back, and we have the lower intake manifold in. I also put in the temperature sensor, coolant temperature sensor for the computer, and the temperature sender for the gauge in the dash there. Both those sensors are in. Also went ahead and checked the timing on the distributor here, folks. Hopefully it is right, not 100% sure. Initially the engine, the intake valve for piston 1 here, which is this one on this side, was open. So the intake valve was open. So I went ahead and put the distributor in, set it where I thought it came from, based on where I had it lined up when I took it out. And obviously it rotated on me. But I put it back in the way I thought it was. Rotated the engine to the timing mark, and I don't know if you folks are going to be able to see this here. Hopefully folks can see the timing mark right down there, right where the light's shining. And then I've lined that up with the distributor here. So it should be a top dead center for piston 1 here, based on the fact that the intake valve was open. It's now closed, obviously. So we rotated it approximately 180 degrees. The intake mark was over on this side here, and now it's over on this side. We got a mark on the distributor cap here where piston 1, the spark plug for piston 1 is. Which I think that's piston 1 there. And then we got the rotor here is lined up with that mark. So hopefully that's right, folks. That's about the best I can do with the timing. The book here does give some other options like hooking up electronics and stuff and testing everything. It's like, oh boy. So anyway, hopefully that's right. And I'm going to start putting the valve covers on here, folks, and we'll get that done. I don't think putting the valve covers on are going to get in the way of putting the injectors back on, hopefully. So I can get that done. And yeah, we'll start on that now. Okay, folks, and for the gaskets here, we just got the regular felt gaskets. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put some sealer on this. And one thing I do notice, hopefully you folks should be able to see this here, there's a pretty good gap right here. Well, not really a gap, but a height difference between the intake and the head here. So definitely want to put some extra there, I'm thinking. Not noticing that on the other side, and it was the same way when I took it off, by the way, folks. There was a pretty good height difference here. I noticed that right away when I was taking this off. Like, wow, that's a pretty good difference. So we're going to get this, maybe set this down here so you folks can see. I don't know if it matters if I do. I'm not going to put much on here, just enough to kind of, because it's a pretty grimy. Okay, there we go. Now, technically, according to the instructions for the gasket stuff here, you can actually almost put just this stuff on and call it good. I don't know if I quite believe that, but at least not on this truck anyway, maybe on the newer ones. Okay. I'm going to set that off to the side here a moment, and we'll get this done. Okay, we almost got it here. And put a pretty big blob where the gap between the head and the intake here is. Okay, looks like that's pretty good. And we'll grab the bolts here. And with a valve cover here, folks, you got these funny little doohickeys that go on here. Unfortunately, I lost one when I took it off, so I am missing one. So we're gonna just have to kind of make do here. Oh, it would help if we put it on right. That would definitely help. That's what I was saying, folks. Putting this stuff on kind of helps hold it in place. Put that on the right way. Oh, come on now. And that one bolt started in the hole. There we go. A little pick by the rear to line up the gasket with. Okay, I got 3 bolts. And by the way, as far as which one goes where here, folks, it does say in the book, but I'm just kind of going with the markings on the cover here. You can pretty clearly say, oh, that's a... Basically, there's a curved one. Oh, I guess I only have curved ones left. Okay. And there's going to be a straight one. Oh, yeah, okay. Here's a straight one. So I believe that's actually a straight one back there. There's curved one, curved one, curved one, curved one. Yeah, that's actually a straight one back there. Okay. I don't know why. It seems like you put the curved on the corner, right? But okay, whatever. And that gasket has slipped out down there. Okay, where'd that gasket go? I see it hanging out on the bottom, but I can't get the top end. And okay, I'll have to move you folks a moment, and we'll be right back. Okay, we got to persuade it into where she needs to be, I think. There we go. And this, by the way, folks, is probably going to be the easy side. You got the wiring harness and all the injector wires on that side. So we'll start with the easy side. Okay, one more yet after this one. And by the way, folks, no, I don't have that attached yet. I've actually got a new one, came today, sitting up on the shelf over there. So I'll probably put that on here once I get this done. And seeing as how I'm messing fun, folks, I'm just going to use a couple washers here, good enough. It's not like it didn't leak before I started this, so. Okay, tighten these all down. And torque spec according to the book is 3 to 5 foot-pounds. Which isn't much. Okay, there we go. We'll torque them down now. Grab my torque wrench. I'll set it around here somewhere. There we go. And I'm going for 50 inch-pounds, which is roughly 4 foot-pounds. There we go. And I don't know if it says there's a tightening sequence for this, folks, but we'll just use the same one that was used for the intake. Okay, last one. Like I said, it don't seem like much, but that's what the book says, so, okay. I think we'll do the other side here, folks, and we'll be back when I got that side done. Okay, folks, so that we got the second valve cover on. This is the one with the oil filler port on it. A little bit more fun there, working around all the wiring harnesses here. Got it on not too bad though, so I think with that, folks, we're going to wrap up the video here. At this point, I'm pretty much waiting for the parts for the fuel injectors there. Waiting for the O-rings and basically just a rebuild kit for the injectors. Comes with the O-ring, that spacer. I think it comes with the tip and then the upper O-ring up here. So yeah, that O-ring, spacer, the tip, and the upper O-ring, as far as I know. So, supposed to come today, folks, but yeah, it didn't come. So, hopefully tomorrow. And at that point, maybe might be able to get this back together in time and hopefully give it a try out. See once if it'll fire up. See once if we've fixed the idling problem. At this point, folks, the only new sensor on it is the coolant temp sensor. but I do have a new air charge sensor which will go in the upper intake. That's this connector there. And then I also have a new, let's see, where's the connector here? Idle air control valve. I believe that's that one there. This is wired up like this, by the way, because there has been issues with it in the past. I don't know what the issues were, but there have been issues with the idle air control valve in the past. It actually, I don't know how old it is. It's probably a good 10 years old now, folks, but yes, there have been issues with this truck idling in the past. Seems like it likes to do that. So anyway, folks, I think with that we'll wrap up the video here. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.